7-foot fence built, and we found that that didn't deter them at all. They would jump over that fence.
They'd wait till everything was just absolutely perfect, and you'd get up to see it in the morning, and it'd be gone. Really, they'd come in and just totally destroy everything.
And they're not even afraid of you. You can like run right up to them. And they won't run unless you really make a lot of noise or something like that.
There were so many of them. They were like herds of them were coming in. You know, when you put a lot of sweat and effort into something, to see it destroyed, it's pretty tough.
My wife being the gardener, she would just be crying the damage that they were doing. I phoned the conservation people and everything else, and they said, get rid of them. So I thought, well, I can't pick them up and take them anywhere. So I borrowed a friend's 22, and I got rid of 2 of them.
We've been here ever since 1981. That's about 29 years, 30 years, something like that. We like it up here. You know, good neighbors and whatnot, you know. A quiet neighborhood most of the time, and, you know, so no, we enjoy it. I know as a kid, I never liked it because I had to do the digging and the weeding, but now I have my own garden, I just love it. Yeah, you always got to keep after it, you know, look after the weeds and whatnot, and you know, I hoe it up and weed it and everything else and water it all the time. You know, what else can you do up here? Like, you know, you can't go golfing every day or something like that, so I like my garden.
I'm an early riser, so I'd get up, and before anybody else was up, I might spend an hour out in the garden. It was a pleasure for me, rather than just bare concrete and grass.
Bobby works on her flowers all the time, you know, that keeps her busy. You know, she likes flowers until the deer get at them. It's discouraging though, you know, you work like heck getting your garden all ready and your flowers all ready, you know, and then they come along one night and just like a lawnmower goes over it, and, you know, it's all gone. Well, that's disheartening.
Oh, I thought they were just lovely, but that's soon changed. I mean, they were very beautiful to look at, but they are a pest. I'd get up, and I must admit there was a couple of times I'd just burst into tears because they had done so much damage.
Well, we've lived here for, what, just about 2 years now, and originated from Kelowna, and before that it was North Vancouver. We enjoyed them the first year, but things get tense after a while. Netting over the plants, wire around trees and stuff, but they eventually figure a way in.
Was it last year or the year before? The deer get up on their hind legs on the apple tree there, and they grab a branch with their teeth, like, and they shake it and they knock all the apples on the ground, and then they eat the apples.
I don't get upset as much as Linda does, but it's kind of sad to see it. You're enjoying a plant, and all of a sudden they take the whole thing. It's gone. And one day they did the big feed, and then Linda come out and noticed them, they're all gone. We're having a glass of wine talking about it and feeling sorry for ourselves, and I look down in front of the house there, and here's the deer laying in the bushes having a nap. Because needed a little nap after the big feed. But we're talking about him, and he's only 15 feet away, just laying in the bushes. Most people around here, I don't even bother having a garden. There's no point. So the deer are free to go. It's, I think it might get to that one day. It's just, why bother? Just don't plant anything. Have some hanging planters, and that's it. They can't reach them, and forget about it.
We had a young fellow living around the corner, and they said his freezer was full of venison. And we know that he killed a bear. There was a bear. It got into my garbage, and it got into his. And he was a backhoe driver, and he brought the backhoe into his backyard, dug a hole, and put the dead bear in the hole and buried it again. Because that's all he could do. You see, the people, like the higher ups, so to speak, won't do anything about them. They don't realize how much problem they really are, because they don't come up here, they don't see them, they don't see the damage they do and everything to everybody's property and that. So there's no way that we can, get them to do something about it.
What I'd like to see, like, is open season once in a while on these deer. There's too many of them, and they breed like, cats and dogs, I guess.
If you could teach them to eat the right food and not ours, but I feel sorry for them in a way, as they don't know the difference. To start killing the deer off, they wouldn't turn me on at all. I mean, I'd rather build a fence and live with the situation than do that. I like them around, but and they're cute, especially when you see a little one. I can't imagine killing one. It's just ridiculous.
I don't want to see anything hurt, But there are times when if I'd had a gun, I would have shot them. You get over that in a hurry. are almost invading their territory, you know, but, and we are in the country, and that's what comes with country. You know, you wouldn't want to see it without any animals. You know, it would be pretty awful. There's pros and cons with everywhere you live, I suppose. Maybe it's time to move on.
Oh, well, what can you do? They'll be here coming long after I'm gone.